Welcome! This is Course 4, Unit 5, Exercise 7. In this exercise, we will be practicing irregular verbs. Now let's begin. In this exercise, we will be practicing the following irregular verbs. In the simple form, write, drive, break, speak, steal, and choose. In the simple past, it is said wrote, drove, broke, spoke, stole, and chose. And in the past participle, we say written, driven, broken, spoken, stolen, chosen. Now let's start practicing. Listen and repeat the following exercise. My mother wrote this book. Who wrote it? My mother did. My grandfather spoke French. Who wrote it? My grandfather did. My brother broke this cup. Who broke it? My brother did. My uncle drove that truck. Who drove it? My uncle did. My aunt chose this dress. Who chose it? My aunt did. Now teacher first person, student second person. My mother wrote this book. My mother did. My grandfather spoke French. My grandfather did. My brother broke this cup. My brother did. My uncle drove that truck. My uncle did. My aunt chose this dress. My aunt did. Now students first person and teacher second person. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Who wrote it? Who broke it? Who drove it? Who chose it? Listen and repeat the following exercise. Don't write a message. But I have already written it. Don't drive the car. But I have already driven it. Don't break the chair. But I have already broken it. Don't choose this room. But I have already chosen it. Don't speak about that fight. But I have already spoken about it. Now teacher first person, student second person. Don't write a message. Don't drive the car. Don't break the chair. Don't choose this room. Don't speak about that fight. Now students first person and teacher second person. Ready? 3, 2, 1. But I have already written it. But I have already driven it. But I have already broken it. But I have already chosen it. But I have already spoken about it. Now answer the following questions in the simple past form of the verb. For example, have you ridden a horse yet? Yes, I rode one last week. Number 1. Have you driven the new car yet? Number 2. Have you chosen a larger apartment yet? Number 3. Have you spoken to Ellen yet? Number 4. Have you broken that ugly bowl yet? Number 5. Have you ridden to Pedro yet? Listen and repeat the following exercise. Have you driven the new car yet? Yes, I drove it yesterday. Have you chosen a larger apartment yet? Yes, I chose a larger one a week ago. Have you spoken to Ellen yet? Yes, I spoke to her this morning. Have you broken that ugly bowl yet? Yes, I broke it last week. Have you ridden to Pedro yet? Yes, I wrote to him an hour ago. Now teacher first person, student second person. Have you driven the new car yet? Have you chosen a larger apartment yet? Have you spoken to Ellen yet? Have you broken that ugly bowl yet? Have you ridden to Pedro yet? Now students first person and teacher second person. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Yes, I drove it yesterday. Yes, I chose a larger one a week ago. Yes, I spoke to her this morning. Yes, I broke it last week. Yes, I wrote to him an hour ago. Amazing job! Now practice on page 54. Thank you for learning English with Siav. Please like this video and subscribe.